June 8th significance. Today we explore how this date completely reshaped our world across five powerful dimensions, from the cultural masterstroke of George Orwell publishing 1984 and the educational impact of architect Frank Lloyd Wright's birth to the financial milestones of data driven commerce, the political weight of James Madison introducing the US Bill of Rights, and the technological marvels that behind the very first Porsche vehicle. This day proves that history never rests. Let's dive into the fascinating interconnected events of June 8th that continue to influence how we live, think, and innovate today.
Imagine tracing a single line from the birth of human civil liberties straight through the world's most terrifying dystopia novel. And then, past the first luxury supercar and ending up in the freezing waters of Antarctica.
That is quite the journey.
Right. Well, today we are looking at exactly one date that connects them all, which is June 8th. Welcome, Yogi Uncle, to your custom deep dive. We've got a really fascinating dispatch for you today to share with your family and friends across the globe.
Yeah, we're looking at a really unique cross-section of history here. I mean, it's not just a timeline of random events.
No, there is a distinct through line.
Exactly. Across centuries, June 8th just seems to be like a magnet for moments where humanity either draws a massive new boundary or, well, completely shatters an old one.
So let's look at the political boundaries first. June 8th, 1789, James Madison proposes the Bill of Rights to Congress.
Right, a huge milestone.
And viewing it as a boundary is a really interesting lens. It was essentially the original terms and conditions of a free society, right? Like an ultimate do not cross line drawn around government power.
Yeah, it completely codified the limits of the state. Because before that, the relationship between citizen and government was, well, it was far more ambiguous.
No.
Madison was essentially engineering a political mechanism to physically restrain authority and protect individual liberty.
Which, I mean, that makes the 160-year anniversary of that exact date incredibly haunting.
Oh, you mean 1949?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
On June 8, 1949, George Orwell's 1984 is published. So if Madison's work was the contract drawing the boundaries of freedom, Orwell's novel is like, it's the ultimate cultural breach of contract warning.
That is a great way to put it.
Right. It's like reading the absolute worst-case scenario of what happens when those boundaries are systematically erased. I mean, why do you think that warning resonated so specifically right at that moment?
Well, you have to think about the post-WWII context, right? The world had just witnessed the absolute extremes of totalitarianism.
Yeah, the real-world horrors.
Exactly. Orwell wasn't just writing science fiction out of nowhere. He was extrapolating from the ruins of Europe. He showed how state control doesn't just, cross boundaries.
It obliterates truth and memory entirely.
Yes, entirely. It's the starkest contrast imaginable to Madison's framework, and it landed exactly on the same calendar day.
It is wild. But, Yogi Uncle, that tension between freedom and control didn't just stay in politics and literature. It spilled over into how we assert control over the physical world, too.
Right, transitioning to engineering.
Exactly. Right in that same post-war era, on June 8, 1948, the very first vehicle bearing the Porsche name hits the road. The aluminum prototype #1.
And that wasn't just a new car. It fundamentally redefined post-war manufacturing.
That's up.
Well, Europe was in complete economic shambles, yet here was this tangible, metallic engineering marvel asserting that luxury, precision, and aerodynamic speed could actually emerge from those ashes.
Wow, so it shifted the boundary of automotive economics from pure utility back to aspiration.
Exactly. Aspiration and performance.
So it's heavy human engineering imposing its will on physics. But if we fast forward to June 8, 2021, we get a totally different kind of boundary shift.
The geographic one.
Yeah. National Geographic officially recognizes the Southern Ocean as the world's fifth ocean. Now wait, didn't that water always exist? This feels like Earth just got a geographical software update.
A software update, I like that. But it's actually a much deeper paradigm shift in how we understand marine ecosystems.
Okay, so it wasn't about discovering new water,
Oh,
obviously.
no, of course not. It was about officially acknowledging the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, because for decades, mapmakers just treated it as like the bottom of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so by officially drawing a border around the Southern Ocean, the scientific community forced a huge shift in global education. They basically prioritized ecological reality over old, arbitrary map lines.
So, Yogi Uncle, when you send this dispatch out to your network today, the real takeaway isn't just a list of historical trivia.
No, definitely not.
A through line here is that June 8th is really a day of drawing and redrawing lines. Madison drew boundaries around government power. Orwell warned what happens when those vanish.
And Portia pushed the boundaries of physics and luxury economics.
Right, and National Geographic literally redrew the boundaries of our oceans.
It's a powerful reminder that the systems we live in, whether they're political, cultural, financial, or even the maps we use, they aren't static at all.
Right, they require constant human action to define and defend.
And occasionally reinvent.
Exactly. So we'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. Dates are just numbers until human action defines them. What seemingly small, unnoticed event happening today might completely redraw our literal or political maps centuries from now.
Hi viewers, family and friends. How did you like the content of this video? Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please write in the comments your name and the place you are watching from. Since our viewing family is spread all over the world, it will be nice to know which city and the country you are watching from, so I can say hello to you. Science and technology. Reading and listening to the historical accomplishments on this date of those who have gone before us, I, as a professional engineer with interest in structural engineering, energy-efficient buildings, ICF construction, and as Google Docs expert with interest in spreadsheet-based solutions, draw inspiration to ask of myself the million-dollar question. What would I accomplish today? Think about the Japanese practice of Kaizen. Let me know in the comments. What would you accomplish today? Your subscribing to the channel inspires me to post more such videos. Thanks for your patronage. See you in the next video. Sincerely, Yogi Anand.